This episode is in association with From the Inside Studios. Use code FTIPOSTUN, that's FTIPOSTUN, for 15% off your order at the link below.
The following podcast is most likely unlistenable, unintelligible, inarticulate, and problematic, and will probably ruin your day. But if you have any pity in your big red heart, you'll listen to these four handsome boys. Please, bro, please. They need this so bad, please, bro, just listen.
The one Call of Duty, what was it? It was like Call of Duty Ghosts. It was America versus South America.
World. Oh.
Because they couldn't think of like another. They're like, well, we're out of countries that America would be the good guys against. And like, I just remember people saying like, there is no way South America would like pose any threat to America. No. So it's like, why, like, why would you do this? Why would you make them the enemy?
This is what Brazil has been planning all along.
Yeah, that was the game where it's like we just launched. They were like launching kinetic rockets into the ground, like giant like metal stakes that were just gonna destroy the world. That's the one with the dog.
That was versus South America.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I remember that. They shot like fucking huge lances from this, like from space.
Some
they were
Evangelion
just like blowing up shit.
That's fucking epic.
Like super earthquakes. I remember being like, whoa, it's so cool. And you're like in space and you're seeing all the rockets being launched down to Earth. So stupid.
They should make more like Evangelion Call of Duties like that.
I think they're winding it back. Did no one played the one with where Jon Snow was the villain in the campaign?
Oh God, nobody cares about the campaign anymore.
That was like what was it? Like a space warfare or whatever.
Advanced warfare?
There was the Kevin Spacey press F to pay respects one.
Infinite Warfare.
What's
that was fun.
He was in Infinite Warfare.
Is that Kevin? Was that Kit Harington? Was that Jon Snow?
Yeah, he's
in a spaceship, in a little spaceship.
Yeah.
Mario and Rabbids Warfare.
Yeah, Mario and Rabbids showed up.
It's gonna be the new Call of Duty game. I can't wait.
What he looked like.
I would love to see like a realistic Greyhound rip apart one of those rabbits like on the ground. God. Welcome back to Post Unavailable. It's the podcast for U.S.
Greyhounds.
Marines. Yeah, U.S. military interventions by U.S. military forces. I'm of course your drill sergeant and commander Noah Friesen, and I'm of course joined by my first lieutenant Basie Farrell.
God, I can't wait to get another Purple Heart.
My quartermaster. I don't know military terms. Matthew Cosrin.
Dude, I'm just giving these Purple Hearts away, man. I'm the guy up on the stage that just hands them to you, and it's like, oh man, you killed some guy? Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, someone shot at me. Shit. Not even me, but like my troops, and they died. Like my troops died, but I get the Purple Heart.
It's a little just like made out of construction paper.
Yeah. One of my bad days, I accidentally showed up to a prison and started handing Purple Hearts out. So there's one prison.
You have a quota.
Well, I have a quota to fill, exactly. I get more money the more purple hearts I give.
And I'm also joined by the American sniper himself, Marchand Babel.
I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs, and I've been involved in numerous secret raids.
We're doing this. We're doing this.
And I have over 300 confirmed kills.
We're doing this again.
I'm trained in guerrilla warfare, and I'm the top sniper in the entire U.S. Armed
What year? Oh, guys, I think
you are nothing to me but just another target.
I'll wipe the
fuck out with precision, the likes of which has never been seen before on this earth. Mark my fucking words. I will shit fury all over you, and you will drown in it.
Okay, so he's just reading it from the. Oh, okay.
No, you're fucking dead, kiddo.
Okay, so still going. Did I ever tell you one time in a university class, someone copy pasted that into like the chat we were reading, and everyone lost their shit. Like it was the first time they had ever read it. This was 2 years ago.
Funny.
No.
I'd laugh.
You would laugh.
I'd have laughed.
You'd slap your knees and together and
I'd shit my fucking pants in how much I laughed, dude. I wouldn't be able to control myself.
Uh-oh, Powell's releasing.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back. You guys glad to be back?
I'm sweating, I can tell you that.
Are you
Sweating to be back.
Fucking hot, man. It's fucking hot.
Yeah,
how are you guys doing?
There you go.
How are you guys doing? We're getting near the end of the summer. The summer of the white boy summer is all coming to an end. It's almost over.
And
White boy summer died when Chet Hanks turned out to be anti-vax.
Oh. I thought we all kind of like knew that, but we were just going along with his shit ironically.
Well, he didn't have to say it, you know. If he just kept his
kept
mouth shut and never said anything about being anti-vax, then
he could have kept it to himself.
Could have just been fine, you know. But no, he had to go and say he was anti-vax, and people are like, see, Chet Hanks is anti-vax too.
A celebrity, Tom Hanks' beautiful boy, and you're not gonna listen to him. He's Woody's son. No, to be fair, you'd have to have a pretty high IQ to not listen to Chet Hanks when he's.
That's true.
Literally raging out on Instagram Live.
Listen, he can be wrong about some things and right about other things, okay? And White Boy Summer is just one of those things he's right about that he got right. It's like the Mayans. It's like the Mayans.
Yeah.
You know? They can calculate the trajectory of any asteroid in the starry sky, but they can't. They don't. They said the world was going to end in 2012, and here I am, bitch.
Well, I mean, it's like Nostradamus too, because he predicted 9/11 and the 2016 election.
And our podcast.
Chet Hanks?
Yeah, and Chet Hanks. He wrote it. He was very specific.
It's true.
In the big book of Nostradamus. Isn't most of that shit for Nostradamus? He just wrote like there might be a fire in the future.
Yes.
And then everyone's like, he predicted it.
He was very vague. He's a very good con artist, that Nostradamus.
Mm-hmm. If you build
he's very good at predicting.
If you build a big building, something bad might happen, or good.
Good.
There's a lot of question marks. It was a lot of editorializing on his interpreter's parts. I'll give him that much. Oh, what are you guys doing?
Or literally, he could just be right. Like, I don't know why you guys are. I'm
a bit of a Nostradamus hater. I've always said that.
Do you believe he has some kind of divine power, Marchand?
Yeah.
No, I believe he has an algorithm to predict any single event. He can predict the movement of molecules.
So he's a con artist then?
No.
He's got a big computer that he's plugging.
Thank you. Exactly.
Plugging away the math into. All right.
Well, it's an old time. It's like a loom.
Exactly.
It's an old loom that he kind of
like an abacus.
It's an abacus that he flips. Anyone who like uses an abacus is like lying that they know what they're doing. They just want to play with it.
It's a toy.
Do
you not know how to use an abacus?
You just flip the things around. You know, it would, like if they invented, you know, that thing you see in like dentist office where all the balls go around, like the different roller coasters, stuff like that. If I took that out and told everyone in the 1700s that I was a mathematician and then just started doing shit with that, they'd write books about me. They're like, "Oh, he predicted everything."
If I went back to the 1700s, I would give a pilgrim a blunt. see what would happen.
I'd play them death grips.
I think you'd kill Christopher Columbus with that.
I would show Christopher Columbus every episode of the Chris Chan documentary.
Jesus.
He'd just hang himself on the ship before he ever reaches America.
Turn around.
Please go back.
I'll say your fucking arrival here will have horrible consequences, including this. I feel like, man, we talked about Christian a lot on this show before the bomb dropped during the break. Can't believe that shit. I don't want to go too much into it at all.
Which bomb?
He did He did some bad shit.
She
did some bad shit. Sorry. Thank you. I'll admit I make mistakes sometimes, but you're right.
So does Chris.
So does Christine. She did something really bad. And now that defense lawyer is the bravest man to ever exist.
He's getting a paycheck and he's getting attention. What else do you want?
What would
We need to give him more attention.
do you think they're gonna play like the whole Chris Chan documentary to the jury?
Why would they? Why would they use
I
that
don't
as evidence?
Maybe
I mean-
maybe it'd help them. Honestly, I do think that that
Yeah.
would be a good defense for Chris Chan is like, okay, I'm gonna show you a documentary of how he's been bullied for the last like 8 billion years of his life on the internet, and hopefully, I think that'd be a good tool for the defense lawyer.
It doesn't minimize like what he
look at-
did, but it would be for a defense lawyer.
It would just be
probably
like,
want to stir up as much sympathy as you can.
yeah, like, because I'll be honest,
Okay.
watching the Chris Chan documentary is just sad. Like, that's just some sad. That's just a you just feel bad for that poor fucker.
It's pretty horrible.
That poor motherfucker, man.
I still wish the Chris Chan good ending. The good ending was real. Have you guys seen the good ending?
No.
It's when
I haven't seen the real.
Chris Chan made a video a long time ago where, and like I don't know who helped her with it, but basically she was like, my name is Kristen Chandler. I'm like 35 years old. I actually don't use the internet, and I've been supporting I work 40 hours a week, and I support my parents. And it's just him wearing like normal clothes on a university campus, just like being normal, then like walking away, like while I think like a 311 song is just playing over it. It's just like I've just been pretending to be autistic the whole time. But then, and it almost worked. But then people started baiting him, and they were like on forums and stuff. They were saying that, or sorry, her. That I'm just gonna say them from now on. They're baiting them by saying, that their disability is gonna get taken away, or they're gonna call like the, disability agency, and like for fraud. And then that baited them into responding into the forums and being like, it's like, oh, actually, no, like, I was just kidding. And then just the whole cycle started again.
Wait, that actually happened?
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Chris Chan, nobody taught them how to, like, not use the internet, Like, don't tell everybody literally everything about you just to defend yourself.
I know, right?
Like nobody taught them that your pride means nothing. Just
Do you
shut
realize?
up.
Do you realize that if the Greene County Health Department sees those pictures of our house,
It's like
on the internet,
at this address, like
they literally like posted
God.
videos of their house and like
he told
pictures.
them they told them
Everything.
the entire everything. Like,
Everything.
I actually live here. This is everything, literally everything about me. And then and it's just a good case study as to why you don't tell anything personal on the internet, because your life turns into that.
No, I know.
So
that video is so fucking funny though.
Stop.
Bob Chandler walks into the room.
God.
I'm working on it. He was working on it.
Yeah, he worked on it all right.
His dad is like, or their dad is like, you uploaded them, you unload them. I'm cutting it down.
It's just terrible. Yeah, it's just a very unfortunate circumstance that could have been completely avoided if they just didn't say anything personal on the internet, or be tricked because they were so horny that anybody faking to be a girl could get any kind of information out of them.
Listen, it's happened to the best of us, okay? You can't blame the victim. If I were to be charged for every time that I gave someone on the internet my personal information because they dressed like a cat girl and sent me pictures of them bending over and licking their feet, then I forget the beginning of my analogy, but I'd be in prison too.
You'd be in big doo-doo.
Exactly.
I'd be charged. What do you mean?
I don't know. But if I was under attack for it, is what I'm saying.
You would drive your car to a hotel and then have a bunch of people go to that same hotel and like film you.
But that's the thing. You can avoid that. Do you know how?
Tell us.
No.
You don't tell anybody.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yourself.
Not what I want to.
Because they said, "Hey, I'm a half cat, half girl, so of course I'm going to give them my information."
I like the
Of
attention.
course,
Why wouldn't
give
trust
them
them?
your personal information. Great.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, great.
So you agree? Thank you.
No. Wait.
Give
Yeah,
all cat
okay.
girls
Yeah,
your credit
give them your information, and then when somebody goes and says, "Hey, look, Marcin likes cat girls, and he gave me money and gave me all of his information," and posts that on 4chan, like, do you think a lot of people are gonna be like, "Whoa, this guy's a fucking freak"? And then what would you do? Would you respond and say, "No, actually, I live here"?
That was post.
Would
If
you
that was
say, "I don't like cat girls," or anything like that? And then your dad come in and say, "You have to remove all of those videos, or else the the county board is gonna come and arrest us all." Like, no,
if that was
it would
posted on
never get that
4chan,
far.
everyone would agree with me. Everyone in the thread would agree with me. They'd be like, "Hell yeah, here's my address.
Like,
Send me cat pictures."
Stop fucking posting this. This is your 36th thread.
I'm just
about
saying,
this.
it could have been avoided. All of this, we could have never known who Chris Chan was,
Absolutely.
or just known and then a flash in the pan. But nope.
To be fair,
Nope.
and we've talked about it on this show before. He was just posting like his, or sorry, they were just posting their own, like their comics and shit, and then people who were also very insecure and bullied and needed someone smaller than them used that. So I mean, it's just it's a two-way street. It's always there's always going to be someone who
Kind of like what we do
has
here.
has someone lower than them. Now we lift these people up.
Do you know what
That's
Chris Chan did? They posted a comic about
I thought you were going with
a
the
girl that they
the other
liked
thing that they
and
did.
knew, and who was their only friend, of him fucking her.
No, that's
Yes.
look.
Yeah,
Look, I know.
Yeah,
Look,
and then so
it wasn't the first
yeah.
thing they did. That they didn't
No,
start off
I know.
with.
That's just one of the bad things that they did. That nobody ever told them, "Hey, maybe you shouldn't do that."
No,
So
what
I
I'm saying
think
that
it
wasn't
goes
their
back to parenting.
that wasn't their debut. Oh, it definitely goes back to parenting. It goes back to Bob Chandler being 60 years old and then having a child. And then
Yes, yeah, they're it all. I mean, he did not grow up in a good
and also their like
environment.
educational and environment not being equipped to deal with severe autism.
Not well. And what happened when Chris Chan said, "I'm looking for a girlfriend"? You can't be low functioning autistic. You have to be white. You can't be fat. You can't be ugly. Yeah, great.
Oh, so
Cool
he's setting his Tinder preferences. Okay, big
deal.
deal.
On a
Big
public
deal.
Oh,
It
what
wasn't a
about the
public.
time
It wasn't a
Chris
public
Chan-
forum. He had a Bristol board and was on his college. They were on their college campus.
What happened?
At the
What about
gas
the time
station
Chris
down the
Chan
road.
and their father literally ran over the owner of a comic book store? What about that?
That was
Okay,
their
what
mother.
did the owner do?
Mother, sorry.
The owner banned them because they were being like abusive to kids during like Pokemon card contests.
Oh, okay. Well, so they were asking for it.
Yeah, they were asking. Yeah,
The owner was asking for it. Yeah,
yeah. The owner was asking
kicking
for
kicking
What
them out of
happened
the
about
store
not
for
blaming the victim.
Well, I don't see a victim here. I don't see a victim.
Okay, I see.
I see being
just
banned
got
from
out of
the
the way of the
comic book
car.
store.
Basically, I think you're blaming the victim. Yeah, I think Chris Chan is the victim.
They were banned.
They should have been allowed to be really mean to kids trying to play Pokemon cards.
It should be allowed. Yeah.
I mean, they have their own Pokemon card wall. What Pokemon card have you ever made?
Do you think?
I'm just saying. I don't think we should feel bad for this person.
No,
I don't.
I don't think anybody should feel bad about them or feel sad watching a documentary about their life.
I was just setting up my defense to prepare for the weeks to come in my life. That
we're just trying to beat the allegations. We're just trying to beat the allegations before
exactly.
they start.
Which they haven't been proven in court, so technically I'm innocent.
That's true.
Are you LARPing as Chris Chan?
No, I'm just.
Oh yeah.
This is just what he or she would say. Okay?
The real LARPers were the people that
situation.
went to Chris Chan's motel that they were staying during when like the leak first dropped, and recording him and streaming him, and thinking that they were involved in any capacity. Those are the real
Heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are the real heroes.
They were the One Piece all along.
Yeah, the absolute scum of the earth who thought they needed to be involved with this at all, and like taking pictures of his car. I think someone stole their car's license plate.
Oh my god.
Based.
People were calling the sheriff's department, and there was multiple. Can you imagine that police department having a bunch of like Redditors just like ramble to them about Sonic and Pikachu and
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure they hate their lives, dude.
well, I mean, for a day.
A little bit.
I mean, it'd give you something.
Fucking fat nerds being like, he mixed Sonic and Pikachu. Can you believe it? Anyways, yeah, apparently he admitted to fucking his own mother for the past like 10 years. Yeah, but the fat Redditors would say
she raped her.
Yeah, that's true. They would. Well, it already became every time I see it get shared, because the whole story ended up on like, whoa, who's that fucking idiot, fucking Fox News guy, Tucker Carlson, who's always complaining about.
Did he talk about Christian?
Yeah, but he turned it into like a culture war thing because a trans YouTuber raped their mother.
Oh god!
Holy fuck, yo!
So now it's a culture war.
I love Tucker Swanson, Tucker Buckley. Fucking what's another really white rich name?
Spencer.
Tucker Carlson can make anything sound like it's the worst thing ever. He said that there's 9% less white people in America, and then he said this is the Democrats trying to change the demographic, and then later on said I don't know why people are making this about race. So, Tucker Carlson, he's a
character. He's a real character.
He's something. He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy, that guy.
Funny guy. No rational thinking person, no logically intelligent person would consider him, to be real.
Yes.
Okay?
They proved that in court, actually.
Exactly.
Fox had to defend Tucker Carlson by saying no reasonable viewer would actually believe Tucker Carlson.
Exactly. So everything you're saying is wrong.
And I'm gonna need a court transcript to bring to work tonight.
See, guys, look, they literally had to prove in court that you guys are actually unreasonable.
Can I get that court sketch? Where's the Christine Chandler courtroom sketch?
With Rick and Morty.
With Rick and Morty. No, I mean the actual sketch, like the drawing.
Sketch.
The drawing.
What do you mean the drawing?
Court cases have a sketch artist who draws it. You don't know about this?
I didn't know that happened.
A lot of most famous court cases. I don't know how big they have to be for the sketch artist to be involved, but it's like a thing. It's like a thing where every court case has this transcript person who writes down everything being said, and then they have the court sketch artist.
I think I found it.
Yeah, the picture. Yeah, Sonichu is going to be drawn in there.
Well, he's gonna be on the stand as one of the witnesses.
We're gearing up to the court case of the century, the trial of the century.
Chris Chan versus the people.
Exactly.
The people versus Chris Chan.
The people versus.
No, other way around this time.
It's not going to be televised.
What? Come on!
It's going to be on JCS though.
There's only going to be a transcript. I also don't think it's going to be a JCS video. They're going to release the interrogation, and actually no, that might be funny depending on what the interrogation is. But I'm sure it'll be Chris Chan being like, I don't want to say anything, and I'm not going to say anything.
JCS doesn't do people that will admit, like that gave confessions. I don't think Chris is going to be hiding a confession.
No,
but if he could try.
I don't think they're gonna say anything. Why would they?
We'll see.
Well, apparently they already appeared in court where they asked if they could go and collect some of their things from the house, and when they were denied that it was recorded that they stomped their feet and slammed their fists, and so I think the trial is in like September.
That's amazing.
It's already underway.
It's already underway. I mean, all his teacher had to do was let him use copyrighted characters in whatever school project they were doing.
No, I don't think that's all that.
That was the only thing. That was the one thing. That was it. Not a 65-year-old and not being in a mismanaged household and having apparently a traumatic childhood with a school system that did not know how to adhere to an autistic child's needs. No, I don't think that has anything to do with it, basically.
Shit. Okay, sorry, go on. Sorry.
I was just say it has to do with the Pokemon company. Completely. They should have let him use Pikachu.
Yeah, actually, this is
Nintendo going around copyright striking everything. See what it does? See what happens?
This is all Nintendo's fault.
See?
When
will they learn?
When will they
learn?
There was a
their
period
actions have consequences.
Yeah. Where's that kid? That kid should show up in court.
No, actually, we need to leave him. Let him live his life.
No, put him in court right now. He has to answer for his crimes.
He's a good kid.
I think he was also very, whatever.
He's very what? No, he's very what?
No, he's very.
He used to be very conservative, but I'm sure he's like fine now.
Why would you even bring that up?
Because we were talking about him. Is this all I
said is he's a good kid.
He's on my brain. What was I gonna say? There was a period of like the Chris Chan saga where the trolling was very like lighthearted, and one of them was they convinced him that they were striking a deal with Shigeru Miyamoto, and like he was in email correspondence with Miyamoto, and they like planned a meeting where they were gonna like meet at a park bench and like I don't know, like Richmond or something.
With who? Sorry, who's meeting Miyamoto?
Chris Chan.
Oh, okay, that's badass.
And Chris Chan never went, obviously, because of a bunch of reasons. And then the trolls were like
arrested,
responding to him like as Miyamoto being like, "I waited for 2 days for you in the rain." Like, there's all this like fan art drawn of just like Miyamoto sad on a bench, waiting for Chris Chan to show up. I mean, there was Liquid Chris, who was like just this guy who was trying to convince everyone that he was the original Chris, he was the real Chris, and that Chris Chan was just an imposter. And that guy's a real doctor now.
Good for him. That's the good ending.
Yeah. Yeah, right? So, there's stuff that can be taken out of this, But
some good things.
It's mostly bad. But I'm excited for the trial. Well, we'll be there actually.
You're excited for the trial.
Well, we'll be recording. We'll be we're gonna be sent there.
We're gonna be streaming it live on Twitch.
We're outside of the West Virginia courthouse right now as Chris Chan, famous trans YouTuber. Tucker Carlson's also there, so he's saying some weird shit.
He's on our podcast.
Please,
Chris Chan, known Democrat.
Disgusting liberal. Chris Chan is being walked into the court right now. Hey everyone, Noah here. Just reminding you guys that this episode is in association with From the Inside Studios. Make sure you use our code POSTUN at the link below. That's FTIPOSTUN, FTIPOSTUN at the link below. FTI has been nothing but great to us. We had their founder on the show a couple episodes back, Matt Ryder. He's great to have on, and they're just a collaborative community that supports local creators and small creators and just supports and showcases and shares, a variety of work for, new and upcoming creators, including us. So we're happy to be associated with them this week. So make sure you use our shirt code so that you get one of their new shirts for the newest season. That's Riptide this month. It's a pretty funky looking shirt. I know I got one. I know Basie's getting one. It matches our podcast aesthetic a bit too. So if you like the kind of ocean sort of vibey aesthetic, for lack of a better word, get your hands on that and use our coupon code for 15% off. And with that out of the way, let's get back to the show. I watched, do you guys know the show Sexy Beasts on Netflix?
Stop talking about that goddamn show.
I've never talked about it once.
Yeah, you were like, that looks really cool. I want to watch it.
I did not say that.
You literally did. You literally did.
I did not say that. There's this show on Netflix called Sexy Beasts where they, it's like a dating, it's like speed dating, but they dress you up like a horrible monster.
Mm-hmm.
But they do just your face. So there's like a devil girl, and she'll date like 3 guys, and they're all like different like weird animal hybrids or like weird fucking makeup monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole point of it is supposed to be like, oh, like you fall in love with their personality, like you don't fall in love with, you know, with their bodies for once, because they're all monsters. So you fall in love with their personality, and the point is like you're supposed to like eventually pick one, and the whole point is like, oh, like you love their personality so much it doesn't matter what they look like, right? But they're all they're all just really beautiful. They show what they look like.
Well, how do you know?
They're all because they show what they look like at the end.
Oh, well, that's all stupid. They should have kept the masks on for the rest of their life.
Yeah, they can't. Well, that's the only way they can get turned on.
They should have been permanently transformed.
The whole thing is like, oh, you don't know what they look like, but they only use conventionally really attractive people in the show, so it doesn't. So it doesn't really matter. Like it doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. There's no stakes. There's no stakes involved.
Yeah.
Because if they got like a real Uggo in there,
if they put me in there, I wouldn't even need a mask, dude.
Like if they got someone from
save some money.
What's that?
What if Chris Chan was in there, all make-upped up to be Sonichu?
That's what I mean. But then it wouldn't matter because you'd fall in love with you'd have chosen them because you like their personality so much.
No, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have.
No, I don't think there's any way you'd be able to resist his personality.
I think there's a couple ways I could resist.
I'm just saying, like, if you get anyone from England in there, like, then there's some stakes, like a British person.
Like who?
Just an average looking British person. I don't know, like.
Well, but then you can tell by the voice.
Boris Johnson. You could tell they're ugly from their voice.
Yeah, well, you can tell they're English from the voice, and then from there you can extrapolate.
You wouldn't choose them.
Just kidding.
No, I wouldn't.
I just think there's no stakes because it's just win-win either way.
Win-win, you know? Exactly.
What would you want your like animal to be if you were on there? Like, what would you? The other thing too is like, what if you're just attracted to like dolphin?
Dolphin.
Oh shit.
Dolphin.
Yo, break it down.
I think they should just do all the makeup stuff, but make them all look uglier.
Like, I mean, they try to, but some of them, like, I feel like you'd be attracted
like monsters,
to.
Like, but straight up like normal people, but just like I don't know,
just a little bit uglier.
Yeah, make their feature, choose a certain feature on their face and just make it huge.
Like
give them like a bigger penis.
Yeah,
make it look like they have a bigger penis, and then nobody will want them.
Someone will just have like cheekbones that are like flying off their face.
I mean, you can still
make it so they look like you're building a Skyrim character with all the presets or all the bars set to the max.
You're like hacking the game too, so you can like put the sliders way down too. I mean, the other thing too is that you can see their bodies. Like you can see everyone's body.
You can tell if they're ripped or not.
All ripped.
They're like dressed pretty nicely. Like everyone's like has like a conventionally attractive body. There's like the real way to do it would be putting everyone in like a Yo Gabba Gabba suit or something, or like an R2D2 robot.
Yeah.
And then you just have to fall in love with them that way, right?
Everyone's dressed up like Chewbacca.
Then you'd really
dating show.
Chewbacca beasts, sexy Chewies.
I
would watch that.
They're all just dressed up like Chewbacca, but the girls are wearing bikinis and the boys are just wearing nothing. There we go. Yeah, just to keep their modesty in place.
The girls have a pink bow on top of their head.
Yeah, there we go.
So I know they're a female.
So I know they're a girl.
I feel like that'd be fair though. I feel like that way it's just personality. Sexy Beast. I think Sexy Beast. I mean, obviously it's the novelty of it. It's like, wow, look how funny it is that this person's dressed up like the witch and they're on a date with a guy just like a cow man.
I'm interested.
What?
I'm interested.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of the show. But I feel like they should have.
Well, I'd like it better if it was just a witch having sex with a cow. I mean, it was fucking the Gruntilda from Banjo-Kazooie, fucking Otis from Barnyard.
Oh, see, that's genius.
Calm down.
Yeah.
They don't.
I don't need them to take off their masks and suddenly be sexy.
Some of
they
them
are
kiss.
sexy to me.
Some of them kiss
with the masks on.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah,
there was like a rooster man who had sex with like a rhino person. I think not sex. They kissed. What am I saying? I don't know, man.
A furry show.
Sexy beasts.
They're just furries.
No,
scalies.
Yeah,
they
furries, scalies, and featheries.
They're just random people that one really talented makeup artist does up like a weird monster alien, and then they just speed date, and you're just falling in love with what they're saying and their personality instead of their face, because their face is all fucked up and animal like.
Yeah, see, I do want to watch the show to go and see.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
No, I just want to watch it to see the makeup shit. But like,
I'm sure
everything else with the show now, it does sound like dumb.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Just don't. I don't know. It is just weird to make a dating show where nothing's based on the looks anymore, but we're only choosing really attractive people.
Yeah, so it's basically like The Voice, but for sex.
Like there wasn't a single
exactly.
That's just how I normally have sex. I turn around in a big chair to see what they finally look like. And Will I Am is there, or whoever hosts The Voice.
It's like there's no mic there with you're gonna have to keep that. I mean,
who?
There's no that this one bald character from
from our
racing game. And what if he had like a big bald spot on his head? Like they don't have like.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have anyone like that. Like even just something that's like not even that bad like that. It's all like very like it's all people that could easily just be models.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point.
Nah, no. You can make a show with like just average looking people and have them date.
Yeah, I would 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah,
even
look at Big Ed. Look at Big Ed.
Oh my god, yeah, 90 Day Fiance is just entertaining.
That dude has a whole fan base of like Japanese women who want to bang him.
And me.
And Marchin. Marchin should be on the show. We call it Marchin Beasts.
Oh my god, Marchin, can we get you on 90 Day Fiance?
Yo, let's do it. Only if it's Big Ed.
Do it in Canada. I wonder if there's a Canada version.
I think the best we could do for Marchin is like Lego Masters. You on to Lego Masters?
What's Lego Masters?
Yeah,
my god!
Have to choose a show that we're.
I gotta talk about fucking Lego. You haven't seen Lego Masters?
No.
Will Arnett? Is Will Arnett hosting?
Will Arnett does the shitty American one, but they had the English one on Amazon, and I was really high, and we just watched Sexy Beast. So I'm like, fuck, I'm in a reality TV mood right now. So I found Lego Masters on Amazon, and it's basically they just get they get two pairs of just Lego builders. Basically, what's the word you like? AFOL, adult fans of Lego.
Yeah,
they get a bunch of AFOLs to compete in various challenges to be crowned the Lego Master. The teams go head to head. They pick 8 pairs, and then they do various challenges. They have celebrity guests and judges to judge their designs because they're given prompts. The only thing I like about the show is that there's always a team of like kids. Like there's 2 9-year-olds.
And they always get obliterated.
They get destroyed. All the challenges are like, it's just not fair because the kids are always like, I'm always rooting for them because they're definitely having way more fun. And like, that's who should be in the competition. It should be like 9-year-olds.
Yeah, not maps.
They're like building cars and like holding their like dancing around with their little Lego figures, being like making farting, like how 9-year-olds play, right? And like meanwhile, there's like the other teams being like, gotta construct a gear system to make my Ferris wheel turn. And it's like gonna use a minimalist aesthetic for this one. And the 9-year-olds are like, my car's gonna have a jetpack and there's a dragon coming out of the car.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I'm like, fuck that's yeah, cool. Why aren't they winning?
Yeah, there should be more points based on style.
There should be, and how fucking old you are. You get less points like the older you are, I think.
Some like, fucking 85-year-old? What, you're gonna tell him to fuck off?
Yeah.
There's a lot of uncle-nephew pairings.
Really?
Which is interesting.
Uncle-nephew pairings?
Yeah, like LMFAO.
Nice.
LMFAO did a lot for uncle-nephew relationships.
I agree.
We should all go on Lego Masters and compete. We should audition. If they ever do a Canadian one, we should go, because they do an audition like room where they have everyone. It's like, all right, guys, you have to build a sphere, and like everyone, whoever I don't know does it the best and the fastest, gets a chance to be on the show.
Hell yeah,
we should go do that. We should go be on Lego Masters.
Yeah, me and Basie will go.
I want me and Matt against Marchand and Basie, but I'd rather Marchand and Basie get on the show because I think that would be funnier.
That'd be way funnier.
I don't know how to fucking.
You wouldn't be
Lego. I wouldn't be able to build a sphere.
You'd be the most entertaining one.
I'd build a cube and be like, "Is this good?"
I'm trying to think. One of the competitions was they had to build a mini golf course. So basically, what would you do for that? You're in the planning stage right now. I want you to
How big do I have to make this? What?
Like an actual like mini golf size, like the size of whatever desk you're sitting at right now.
Do you want to have a jetpack?
Yeah.
I'd just build whatever the fuck I wanted.
Be like, I don't know.
I build.
This is a car.
Yeah.
This is a car with a flamethrower.
Stuff. I pretend I'm playing Final Fantasy Tactics with Lego men.
They're like, is this part of the what does this have to do with the design and the contest instructions? Like, oh, this is Darth Vader.
The guy walks up to me with the microphone. It's like, what does this have to do with the theme? I'll be like, shut the fuck up. Get off my face.
Would you be really mean? Would you swear at other like 9-year-olds building?
I'd take their Lego pieces if I like them. I'd be like, yo, I'm taking this. I kind of want that. That one looks good.
Can we swear on this show?
And then I'm like, all you hear is me like digging through the bucket, looking for the right Lego piece.
That's 90% of the show. It's just like, oh my god, turn this down. Just like looking through fucking Lego buckets. They go into the Lego room where like
shit.
Everything is organized, and the little 9-year-olds can't carry these giant like probably 20-pound buckets of Lego, so they're like spilling them all over. There's there was one competition where they had to ship their stuff, what they had built, to another location, but they made them all do it themselves. So there's this 9-year-olds like wrapping shit up in bubble wrap and like packaging paper, and like most of them are breaking shit, and they're like getting really upset. And I'm like, well, stop! Someone help them.
You have to build a Lego shipping container for your Lego set.
You have to build it well enough, and I guess you're fucked.
It.
You have to go down to the postal office and pay for the shipping all yourself.
Yeah.
9-year-olds don't get any help or given any money.
The 9-year-olds have to pay for their own plane ticket, and they can't bring their parents with them. I mean, a lot of the times, the adults do help them out. Like, the 9-year-olds be like, can you please, like, lift this up for me? Because I am 9. I am 9 in this competition. They'll be like, yeah, sure.
It's like, a contest, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win.
Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me, fucking 9-year-old. Okay? I was looking up, though, because I'm like, is the US version of this any good? Because I keep hearing fucking commercials for it. Will Arnett is the host of that one. Apparently, I was, like, reading comments, and like, yeah, it's, they cause too much drama. They add too much, like, scripted drama to the US version. I'm like, motherfucker, about what?
What does it mean?
Like,
scripted drama.
Wait.
Who's Will Arnett?
This is Mega Bloks. They use Mega Bloks for this set.
This is an illegal piece.
This is an illegal build.
This is illegal placement.
Who's Will Arnett?
No.
Job from Arrested Development. Lego Batman. He's the voice of Lego Batman. Basically, he's the voice of BoJack Horseman.
Oh, okay.
He was in the
Is
Ninja
he? Holy
Turtles
shit.
movie. He's in
Okay,
the Ninja...
I know who Will Arnett is now.
Okay.
I kept thinking of Ed Helms. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Ed
he's the
Helms would be
bad
a
guy
good-
from Blades of Glory.
Yeah.
Oh,
actually-
okay. Yeah,
Ed Helms would be a good Lego Masters host. I would love to host.
Or a contestant.
Yeah. They had
And
a
the host of
Office
the-
reunion.
Office reunion, but it's just Lego Masters.
But it's Lego Masters, and all the Office characters are building Lego.
I would definitely host like Mega Bloks Masters, and it would just be like a dirtier version of
Get
Lego
assassinated.
Masters. Like where you're allowed to smoke and drink during Mega Bloks Masters.
All right, build your Mega Bloks hookah, and you have to smoke from it.
I want to see. I want to see the best strip club you guys can come up with. We're gonna build a bust of Larry the Cable Guy.
They take instead of 9-year-olds, they take like 13-year-olds, and they're like really shitty assholes. From
We take really racist, conservative like 13-year-olds. The worst, most unwatchable show. I mean, isn't that all British kids? No, they actually.
True.
No, they actually seem really nice on the show. They seem like really polite children on the show. Everyone on the show is very polite. I can't not root for the fucking 9-year-olds. Like, and spoiler alert, there's only 2 seasons of the show. No 9-year-old team won. No 9-year-old team has ever won.
No.
So sad.
I think
even in the second season, they were like, should we change it to make the 9-year? Should we change some of the contests to make like the 9-year-olds maybe be able to win? No, fuck it.
Absolutely.
Fuck no.
Absolutely not.
I'd be fucked. Like I feel like if I was 9, I would try my best, and then they'd be like, yeah, now you have to have a motor in your build.
Yeah, then I'd just keep building whatever I was building.
I'm like, I do not know how to put a motor or like program, like you know how like they have Lego Mindstorms and that shit where you can program something to like spin or launch something.
That's what me and Chris Arboni had to do for our grade 11 like culminating project.
Oh, true. What'd you guys build?
So we had to build like a little Lego car, and so it had a light sensor on the front of it, so it could read the color of lines on the ground. So we had to make a course of black tape, and it had to be able to use the light sensor to follow the black tape and do like a full loop-de-loop.
Yeah, I'd vote for that in Lego Masters.
Yeah, and Chris just did all the programming, and I just did all the building.
Yeah. There's no way
I was that 9-year-old. I was like, all right, Chris, here's our jetpack on the car. Here's where we're both sitting.
Here's us. There's a toilet. There's a vending machine. And meanwhile, like the team next to you will be like, this is a 1/6 scale model of the real car that was driven on Top Gear in that one episode.
Well,
and the judges will come over and be like, wow.
I mean, you guys know the people that were sitting next to us that me and Chris had to end up helping with theirs, which was fuck. I don't want to say their names though. I'm just gonna type it.
Just tell the story.
Okay, so we had them right.
They were there.
Yeah, they were in that class.
Dude, they're genius. Stop. Okay, stop.
Okay,
just tell the story.
This was the class where he cut a monitor cable with a pair of scissors.
And
the monitor exploded.
Okay, just tell the story.
Yeah, dude.
Provide context.
It's too late. I was just telling. I can't even remember how we started this.
That was just for us.
That was just for us. I built little robot thing.
I think I'd be the first person to cry on Lego Masters.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, what would it be like to be on Lego Masters and they have to tell you you're eliminated? Like, how does it? Like, you're there, right? There's so many cuts in these stupid shows, but what's the process? Do they tell you ahead of time, or do you have to stand there and they tell, like, there's a break, and then you go back to standing in the place, and then they tell you it's like, or like not even just Lego Masters, or like Chopped, let's say.
Yeah.
Like you're on Chopped, and your meal fucking sucked because you suck at cooking, and they're like, you are eliminated from Chopped. Like, do they cut there, and then they're like, okay, well now now we're gonna go again and film you leaving, or do they just like tell you right then and be like, you're eliminated, and then just stare at you until you leave, you know? Like, everybody's looking at you, all the cameras, all the judges are staring you down in the fucking eyes, and they're like, you have to leave right now. Like,
okay,
I would just like
leave. Why would you just leave?
it would be so fucking weird though, right? It's like, I mean, have to leave now. It just doesn't feel like a natural.
No, I know, it doesn't feel. It just feels really
interaction,
mean.
you know. So I don't know if they do cuts or what, because then you feel like, because they have to be nice to you, right? I mean, they don't have to, but they probably are just nice people.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to imagine, like, if you're getting kicked off of this shit, they're like, okay, like they tell you, they do the dramatic thing, and then they cut it, and then they're like, okay, now we're gonna film your like fake reaction, and like intersplice it with like a few of your legitimate reactions.
Well,
right, and just like cut it all together.
It's probably part of the show that you do, like, they reveal it live, like, on, obviously not live, but like they reveal it on camera.
Yeah, to you. Yeah.
Part of the show is you walk out, and then like, I don't know, then they'd film your talking head where you'd be like, yeah, no, like, it really did suck.
Oh, this is bullshit.
I tried my best.
Really fucked up my pate.
my 9-year-old son really fucked up my lobster bisque.
my lobster build.
We're gonna have a
Lego Masters.
Well, Lego Masters, they'll do the teams, like, who's moving on to the next competition, and then it'll be like between one, and be like, and like, unfortunately that means, you know, Kyle and Tudor won't be joining us on the next Lego Masters, and then they all hug it out. Just some guys, just some names. Yeah, they won't be joining us on the next round, and then like they all hug it out. Some of them cry. The one judge who's always there, he's like the head of design for all of Lego. He always cries. Like, no matter who gets eliminated, he'll just cry.
Yeah, it's torture for him.
He's an empath.
He's a complete empath. How you can't be anything else if you're designing Lego. You have to be an empath.
Gordon Ramsay doesn't cry when someone gets kicked off fucking cook for Gordon Ramsay show.
Yes,
or
because
any of those chefs.
Gordon Ramsay is more of a sociopath than an empath.
He's an empath. Gordon Ramsay's an empath.
Oh yeah, he's really empathetic. I mean, he is, but
other people are feeling. He can like.
He's empathizing with the person who's going to eat the food after.
Exactly.
He's empathizing with one very angry person who's not even in the room. So it's like, it's completely incompatible with everyone else's emotions, but I mean, he is an empath. You got to give it to him. No, basically, I agree. It would be fucking awkward. I was literally thinking about this the other day, about being on Survivor, and like, if you were on the tribal council, because basically, I don't know, do you guys ever watch Survivor?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, basically, Survivor, like, you do your fucking day or whatever, a couple days, do the challenges, you lose, so you have to go to tribal council after, and basically you guys just all sit in these, you sit and you talk to Jeff, who's the host, and the whole team, your whole tribe kind of discusses who they just air out all their grievances and beef.
Yeah. Right, and then they decide who they kick off, yeah.
Well, then you all go vote anonymously, and then Jeff reads the votes. But basically, like, during the council's kind of like, you know, that kind of decides who's going to get voted out, or you kind of get an idea. But it's like, what if there's just like no beef? Like, what if, like, how could, like, I feel like if I was on the council, I'd be like, you guys are taking this way too seriously. Like, none of this matters.
Well, there is kind of a similar thing with Big Brother, and I do know that Big Brother Canada was just terrible and was the least entertaining thing, because it did have, like, at those times where people like had to go and air their beef, people legitimately did not have like nearly as much beef. It was like 2 people airing beef, and then it was done. Like, but Survivor, there's so much. Like,
I know, like, they wouldn't have episodes.
People. I feel like
I know it's like
oh, who's gonna get pissed on Survivor to do?
I would be pissed listening to people talk about shit that probably doesn't matter. Like, I would be sitting there and be like, what are you talking about? Like, look, you need to calm down, okay? The machete wasn't sharpened or whatever, or there just wasn't coconuts on the island that we had. Sorry. That's not his fucking fault. So let's just relax.
Yeah, but you have to vote somebody
I know,
off.
you have to vote someone out.
You can't be like, yeah, everybody relax, and then they're going to be
toxic
like, hey, we're
show.
going to vote you out.
What a toxic fucking show.
Yeah,
Guys,
of course.
if
But
Johnny
it makes
wasn't
good
in charge,
entertainment, dude.
there would have been more coconuts on the island if we didn't have Johnny in charge. I say we should vote him off.
Yeah, kill him.
Kill him.
Kill
Survivor is
Johnny.
also one of those shows where it's like it's one of those reality TV shows that I just can't take seriously at all because how can you not just be like looking at the camera or be like being like, can you help?
Give him face.
Yeah.
No, but you do look at the camera. They just never show that. It's like 22 minutes of like 8 hours of filming.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like I want to see that shit. I feel like other shows where it's like a competition show, like they're filming what you're gonna see, right? Like they're cooking for an hour. That's the whole show. It's real. It's unscripted, and we're seeing it. But it's like Survivor. I don't know. I stopped getting into it because it's like, well, I want to see them talk about like, I don't know how the show's doing. Like if I was on Survivor, I'd be like, what is it? What's after this? Like Grey's Anatomy? Do you think people are gonna watch this? Like, I wonder if in the contract you're allowed to discuss that you're on a TV show. Like in the contract, it's like you cannot mention that you're on a TV show. You can't talk about it airing on Global. You can't talk about other TV shows.
But they wouldn't put that in.
I know, but I would be like, put this in. You have to put this in. This is funny.
I feel like it'd be easier if it was something live, like Saturday Night Live. If you just like completely broke character in the middle of it, just be like, do you think anyone's watching this shit? Like,
I know, but Basie's right though. They just wouldn't put it in. That's why I don't trust that show. Like,
this bit sucks. I hate.
I want to see the funny. I want to see the shit. I don't want to see people like the 1 minute of a whole day where someone kind of had a beef together. I mean, that's just good editing, honestly. But I want something a bit more real.
A bit more real.
Well,
watch
then
fucking Survivor, man.
Yeah, Survivor isn't the show for you. Sorry, Noah. I don't know what you want from Survivor. It is what it is. You want it to change? You want Survivor
I want
to
someone
change?
to sit down and be like, if I was on Survivor and they were filming me, I'd be unfilmable. I would just talk about shit. Be like, do you think I'd be like, do you remember the one season where they divided us by race? Like they divided the tribes by race. I'd be like, why did they do that? And they'd be like, no, we need people. You're on the show, and we need to show some footage of you so that you can be on the show. But everything you're saying is violating copyright. We're gonna have to pay Pepsi for all the times you keep talking about Pepsi. Like, there's no way you're making it very hard for us. It's already been 1 day. Also, I'd be like, I would go to vote because every time when you go to vote and put your vote in, you get to speak to the camera, like a little bit. I would write Office. Yeah, I would write someone's name down and be like, "Fuck you, you stupid bitch." Nah, I'm just kidding. You seem really nice. Just put their name in.
I'll be honest, Noah. I think you have a really good idea there. Like, if you were going into Survivor, like you got the letter, like, hey, you made it, and then you immediately go to like Pepsi or Coke company and be like, hey, man, that like I think you're allowed to take like one item in your pocket or something. It's a Survivor. I can't remember if that's a thing, but it's like the one item I'm taking. I'll take a Pepsi if you guys. I'll do a Pepsi sponsorship.
Yeah, no, yeah. I would do like all my clothes are like Monster.
Exactly.
I'm just really into Monster.
There's no way about it always on the show.
There's no way I wouldn't get sponsorship. I'm pretty sure a lot of people that like make it far into Survivor or become fan favorites, like they get sponsorships and shit. I remember like some of the classic characters like Boston Rob, and there was a guy named Russell, I think, at one point.
Oh yeah.
Russell. I used to be really into Survivor, and then I was like, this is fake.
It's fake.
This is fake. I knew it was fake the whole time. I trusted Survivor.
I always knew it was fake. You didn't because you would talk about it all the time at school, but I was like, that's stupid. That's fake. I'm gonna go watch wrestling.
And I was like, damn it, he's watching something real.
Damn it.
I need to find something real. Except wrestling, I think I did have a period of time in my life where I'm like, this sucks because it's fake. This is the fakest shit I've ever seen. But I mean, like now I'm at the age where it's like, no, it's like they are hurt. They're performing, but these guys are fucking hurting themselves. I wouldn't do this.
But
no, actually, they're not.
You dumbass. They aren't hurting themselves
at
at all.
Yeah, but they're performing to not hurt. I mean, like they're performing to not hurt themselves.
Yeah, but they're not hurting themselves.
That's what I'm saying. But it's
didn't you see that video of like the wrestlers performing moves on just regular people?
Didn't you see the video?
It's like they hardly get touched, kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's not why you watch it.
Didn't you say that they were? You're like, oh, it's fake. It's fake, but they're actually hurting each other.
I mean, like you were watching it because of the performance.
No, I think Noah's more talking about how they're hurting themselves. Like wrestlers don't they're.
I think I'm being owned. I think that's what's happening.
I think you are being owned.
I think I'm being owned.
It's not I don't know, the things that the wrestlers are doing, their job. It's not without like injuries to their.
They know how to land. They know how to fake a hit. You know.
Yeah,
but I think like edgy 14-year-olds, when you find out that it's fake, you're like, what? They should actually be hitting each other.
They should.
Kane is Undertaker's brother.
Yeah, just watch.
They're doing a ladder match for that kid's child custody. You know, that's real.
Is it real?
That was a real thing. Yeah, there was a child custody.
Funny.
There's a child custody ladder match.
That's funny. Oh god.
And I was like, this is fake.
The fuck?
I mean, Owen Hart did die in the ring. You know, and then
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kevin Hart died in the ring. Someone took out his legs. That's why he's so short. They had to give him the chair. They had to give him new legs.
Oh, he fell from the ceiling.
Fell from the Empire State Building.
I can't believe Kevin Hart fell from the. Did you hear about Kevin Hart?
Did he fall from the Empire State Building?
The Empire State Building.
I think that was The Rock, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're filming Borderlands, and The Rock jumped off the Empire State Building.
Hell yeah, because he's Claptrap.
That was Skyscraper. That was a movie. That was Skyscraper.
Yeah.
The Rock has like some of the shittiest movies. You remember San Andreas?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Rock versus an earthquake. Like, why does The Rock have to be there? Like, the movie, it's a natural disaster movie. Like, what? Like, I guess obviously he's gonna lift some big rubble off of someone, but I think in the movie he's just a helicopter pilot.
Yeah, he doesn't actually have. I can't remember. I think the whole thing is like he's going after his wife or daughter or something. Maybe I can't remember. Yeah.
How come no one in that movie is like, "Oh, you're the helicopter party or helicopter pilot? Why are you so fucking massive?"
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, dude, what the fuck?
You should be in wrestling or acting.
Yeah, you should be in wrestling. I don't know why
you're the evac helicopter pilot in San Andreas. You're huge. What the fuck? You know who else is huge though? Our fans, the listeners, the Post Unavailable listeners. They're massive.
They're so huge they can't even fit into our podcast room where we podcast.
Basically, where could our huge ripped listeners fit and find us?
We're on r/fitness.
Yeah.
We're on
name another subreddit.
We have a
Dead by Daylight.
We have a blog. Post
Craig is the murderer,
fitness.
And each one of us is a survivor.
That's what it feels like sometimes.
Sometimes it honestly does feel like I have to do a quick time event to start a car because Craig is coming after me to destroy my podcast and ruin all the audio. I love him. I love that disgusting little cartoon bear. You can actually find us though on Instagram at Post Unavailable Pod and on YouTube and on iTunes and Spotify and anywhere else you can get a podcast. And then yeah, that's all. You know what to do. Thanks
Yeah.
to.
Well, I'm gonna go shower. Oh wait,
go
sorry,
shower.
we're still going. Sorry,
we're going a little bit. Thanks to Marchin for showering, for this episode.
Finally,
we're sponsored by
Woo!
Showers. Thank you
Take
for
that,
that.
Jake Gyllenhaal. I got one up on Jake Gyllenhaal, ladies.
Thank
Does Jake
God.
Gyllenhaal not shower?
No.
No.
No, that's gross.
Why would he?
I mean, I
Don't
guess
you remember
Jake
in
Gyllenhaal.
Spider-Man: Far
No.
From Home? They actually saved a ton of money on CGI because they didn't need to like add in all that green smoke. That was just his musk.
Green stink lines. Yeah,
That was just Jake's musk, dude.
Why would you want to remove that sexy musk?
The
off your
natural
body?
odor, exactly.
That's Jake Gyllenhaal odor. Sometimes, like every couple weeks, he gets it scraped off of him into a bottle to sell.
Yeah,
and
I buy it.
The bunny from Donnie Darko is just what Jake Gyllenhaal looks like before he showers. It's all just dirt and grime.
That's what I look like right now.
Guys,
I haven't seen Donnie Darko.
Guys haven't seen Donnie Darko.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fuck.
I just pictured Jake Gyllenhaal in blackface.
And then we'll end on that note. Bye.